Today, we are going to explore the family tree of Imam Mahdi, the figure believed to be the greatest barrier standing in the path of Dajjal. According to Islamic traditions, Imam Mahdi will be the final leader of the Muslims, whose army will stand before Dajjal like a solid wall of steel. Together with Prophet Isa, he will play a crucial role in establishing justice and the rule of Muslims across the world. So, in today's video, we will specifically explore: how does the lineage of Imam Mahdi trace back to Prophet Muhammad? What are the beliefs about Imam Mahdi among different schools of thought within Islam? And finally, is there any connection between Imam Mahdi and the Khamenei family of Iran? According to the sayings of Prophet Muhammad, Imam Mahdi will be from the lineage of his beloved daughter, Fatima. It is also mentioned that Imam Mahdi will closely resemble the Prophet in appearance, and even his father's name will be Abdullah. As we know, Fatima married Ali ibn Abi Talib, who was the cousin of the Prophet Muhammad and among the very first people to accept Islam. During Fatima's lifetime, Ali did not marry any other woman. However, after her passing, Ali later married several other wives. As for the children of Ali and Fatima, they were blessed with 3 sons and 2 daughters. Among their sons, Mohsen passed away during childhood. As a result, the Fatimid lineage of Ali continued only through his 2 sons, Hassan and Hussein. These 2 sons hold a very special honor in Islamic history because the lineage of Prophet Muhammad continued through them. For this reason, their descendants are often known as Sharif or Sayyid, titles that indicate direct lineage from the family of the Prophet. According to Islamic traditions, Imam Mahdi will emerge from this noble lineage. Viewers, all major schools of thought within Islam agree on one important point: Imam Mahdi will come from the lineage of Prophet Muhammad. However, there is a difference of opinion regarding which branch he will belong to. According to Sunni belief, Imam Mahdi will come from the lineage of Hassan, the elder son of Ali. Sunnis also believe that Imam Mahdi will be born near the end of times and will become the final leader of the Muslims before the Day of Judgment. Within Sunni Islam, most sub-branches generally share very similar beliefs regarding Imam Mahdi. On the other hand, the Shia school of thought believes that Imam Mahdi will come from the lineage of Hussein, the younger son of Ali. Interestingly, within Shia Islam itself, including groups such as the Twelvers, Ismailis, and Zaydis, there are different interpretations and concepts regarding Imam Mahdi, which we will explore later in this video. Additionally, many branches within Shia belief hold that Imam Mahdi has already been born, but is currently in a state of concealment until the time of his reappearance. So, let us now explore how the concept of Imam Mahdi appears across the different sects of Islam, along with the family tree connected to his lineage. According to all Sunni branches, Mahdi will descend from Imam Hassan, the elder son of Ali and Fatima. It is reported that Imam Hassan had many sons, but his lineage primarily continued through 2 of them, Zayd ibn Hassan and Hassan ibn Hassan, or Hassan al-Muthanna. Both of these sons are also remembered for their bravery. Historical narrations mention that they stood alongside their uncle, Hussein, during the Battle of Karbala. Both of them were captured and taken as prisoners. Among them, the descendants of Zayd later established the Zaydid state in northern Iran during the 9th century, a movement that remained active in opposition to the Abbasid rulers of that time. In the present era, the descendants of this lineage can be found in many parts of the world, particularly across Arab regions, as well as other Muslim societies. Many Sunni historians and scholars believe that Imam Mahdi will be born from among these descendants, continuing the noble lineage that traces back to Imam Hassan and ultimately to Prophet Muhammad. Similarly, the descendants of Hassan ibn Hassan are considered the ancestors of many prominent families and historical dynasties. Today, members of this lineage can be found in Makkah, Medina, Morocco, Pakistan, India, and several regions of Africa. Because of this wide and respected lineage, many Sunni historians believe that Imam Mahdi will emerge from among these noble families. According to a well-known saying of Prophet Muhammad, the name of Mahdi will be Muhammad, similar to the Prophet's own name. It is also mentioned that his father's name will be Abdullah, the same as the name of the Prophet's father. An interesting point here is that all major Sunni schools of thought largely agree that Mahdi will be born into one of these noble Sayyid families. In other words, they believe his lineage will specifically trace back to Imam Hassan. However, when we look at the Shia school of thought, we find that there are several interpretations and definitions regarding Mahdi. Within Shia Islam, there are three main branches: the Zaydi, Ismaili, and Twelver schools. Unlike the Sunni view, all three Shia branches agree that Imam Mahdi will come from the lineage of Hussein, the younger son of Ali ibn Abi Talib. However, there are significant differences among these groups regarding the timing and nature of Mahdi's appearance. To understand these differences more clearly, we must look closely at the lineage of Hussein, the younger son of Ali, and the martyr of Karbala. Historical narrations mention that Hussein had around 5 wives, from whom he had 3 sons and 4 daughters. 2 of his sons, Ali Akbar and Ali Asghar, were martyred during the Battle of Karbala. Because of this, the lineage of Hussein continued through only one surviving son, Ali ibn Hussein, widely known as Zayn al-Abidin. He is recognized as the 4th Imam in Shia tradition and is held in very high respect across all Shia schools of thought. However, after his passing, the first major division within the Shia community began to emerge. This division occurred when his younger son, Zayd, rose in rebellion against the Umayyad rulers. During this uprising, the Umayyad forces martyred him, along with many of his companions. After his death, a group of followers recognized Zayd as the 5th Imam, and from this point, the Zaydi branch of Shia Islam began to form. Regarding the concept of Mahdi in the Zaydi tradition, they believe that a righteous leader from the lineage of the Prophet Muhammad can rise in any era to establish justice in the world. Today, followers of the Zaydi sect are mostly found in Yemen. As for the Twelver branch of Shia Islam, they recognized Muhammad al-Baqir, the elder son of Zayn al-Abidin, as the 5th Imam. The next major division occurred with Ja'far al-Sadiq, the son of al-Baqir, who founded the Ja'fari school of thought, a central pillar of Shia jurisprudence. It is reported that the Abbasid ruler al-Mansur poisoned Imam Ja'far al-Sadiq, leading to his martyrdom. This event eventually became a foundation for the Ismaili branch of Shia Islam. Following his death, some followers recognized his son, Ismail, who had reportedly passed away earlier, as the 7th Imam. They claimed that Ismail had gone into concealment and would return one day as the Mahdi. This belief in a hidden Imam who will reappear to establish justice is a central part of Ismaili Shia thought. However, another group within the Ismailis recognized Muhammad ibn Ismail, the son of Ismail, as their 7th Imam instead. This group is known as the Karmatians, or Seveners, and they believe Muhammad ibn Ismail to be the Mahdi, trusting that he will return to the world to establish justice. In the year 899 CE, a leader from the Ismaili school, Sa'id ibn Hussein, also known as Abdullah al-Mahdi Billah, declared himself the Mahdi, and founded the Fatimid Ismaili Caliphate. Viewers, this was a unique state where the ruler served simultaneously as both the Caliph and the Ismaili Imam, blending religious and political authority in one leadership. After al-Mahdi Billah, the sixth Fatimid Caliph, al-Hakim Billah, also claimed to be the Mahdi. Those who accepted his claim founded a distinct sect known as the Druze. This group believes in al-Hakim Billah's status as Mahdi and in his eventual return to the world. However, unlike other Ismaili groups, the Druze are not generally recognized as part of the Muslim community today, largely because their beliefs show significant influence from Christian traditions. Viewers, it's important to note that among the Ismailis, the Nizari branch is the only line whose chain of imams continues unbroken to this day. Today, these imams are known as the Aga Khans, with the current imam being Aga Khan V. Interestingly, unlike many other sects, the Nizari Ismailis do not focus on the return of a hidden Mahdi. Instead, they regard their present imam as the ultimate guide, believing that the living imam provides the greatest spiritual guidance and leadership for their community. Viewers, regarding the Twelver branch, the lineage continues through Ja'far al-Sadiq's second son, Musa al-Kazim, who is recognized as the seventh imam in this tradition. In fact, if we look at beliefs about the Mahdi, the strongest conviction about his identity and lineage is found within this branch. After Imam Musa al-Kazim, the Twelver Shia community did not experience any major splits. According to their teachings, the 12th and final Imam is Imam Muhammad al-Mahdi. The Twelver school holds that Imam Mahdi was born in 868 CE in Samarra, Iraq. During this period, the Abbasid rulers were known for imprisoning or even killing members of the Prophet's family, particularly the Imams. Because of this, the birth of Imam Mahdi was kept secret from the general public, and only a select few were allowed to maintain contact with him. According to Twelver belief, in 941 CE, Imam Mahdi went into complete concealment, occultation. He will remain hidden until near the end of times, at which point he will reappear and, together with Prophet Isa, confront Dajjal. Viewers, there is also a group that separated from mainstream Muslims and claims that their Mahdi has already arrived. This group is known as the Ahmadiyya, who believe that the Mahdi and Prophet Isa are essentially two aspects of the same person. According to the Qadiani sect of the Ahmadiyya, all the prophecies about the coming of the Mahdi were fulfilled in their leader, Mirza Ghulam Ahmad Qadiani. Because of this, they claim that Mirza Ghulam Ahmad is both the Mahdi and, in essence, Prophet Isa. However, these beliefs are widely considered outside the fold of Islam, and Ahmadis are regarded as non-Muslims by mainstream Islamic scholars. Some people today claim that Mahdi might come from the family of Iran's current leadership, especially because figures like Ayatollah Ali Khamenei trace their ancestry back to the Prophet's family through Hussein ibn Ali. And this has led to speculation in parts of the world about a connection between Iran's leadership and the awaited Mahdi. In reality, traditional Islamic teachings, both Sunni and Shia, do not link the appearance of Mahdi to any modern political leader or specific contemporary family, whether in Iran or elsewhere. Classical beliefs about Imam Mahdi focus on his descent from the Prophet's family through Imam Hassan in Sunni thought or Imam Hussein in Twelver Shia thought, and his future emergence at the end of time, not on current political figures or dynasties. Viewers, to fully understand the fitna of Dajjal and explore his family tree, make sure to watch the video displayed on the screen. Thanks for watching.